What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you 5 potential draft picks the Giants could look to in the second round of this upcoming draft, which would be the 37th overall pick. We've been speaking so much about who the Giants are going to take 5 overall, so we've kind of beaten that into the ground. But I do want to spend some time talking about who they could take in the second round, because whoever they do take here, this is a key spot in this draft for the Giants, because that person is going to need to come in and be a day one starter, because there is no third round pick in this draft, because the Giants used it to trade back into the first round last year to get Jackson Dart. So this is a, I don't want to say season making or breaking pick, but whoever they pick here has to be a day one starter and can contribute. So with that, let's dive into it and talk about a couple names that I would love to see the Giants draft. Getting started right now, the Giants have no one at right guard currently signed to this team. They re-signed Evan Neal, who transferred or whatever, switched his position to guard last season, probably going to go back to tackle. Who the hell knows what's going on there? They haven't re-signed Greg Van Roten yet as well. So this position's up for grabs, which brings me to our first player here from Oregon is Emmanuel Pregnon, or Pregnon. I don't know how to say his name, guys. But he fits the Giants' need for more offensive line help, and he also sets a physical tone that Harbaugh is going to do with the run game and just playing more smash mouth football than the Giants have previously played the last few seasons. So bringing in a guy like Pregnon, who could be a day one starter and fit right into that right guard position, would be a huge win, especially if he's there in the second round at the 37th pick. If this guy isn't there and the Giants have to pivot, then they'll do that. But maybe they just bring back Greg Van Roten on a cheap deal or whatever to just solidify him coming back for his third season on the team, playing pretty well at right guard. Next up on the list is CJ Allen, linebacker, inside linebacker out of Georgia. Allen is 6'1", 230. Last season had 88 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. So you can, after the Giants have paid Tremaine Edmonds this offseason to come in and obviously be locked in at one of those inside linebacker roles. And the other side of that being Micah McFadden coming back on a more prove it type deal and nothing really long term. Drafting someone with CJ Allen's stature and who does a little bit of everything, chasing down ball carriers to blitzing from the second level, seems like a tremendous option and immediately fills a hole that could be immensely beneficial for the future of this defense. Next up is Omar Cooper JR, wide receiver out of Indiana. 6 foot, 199 pounds. Last season had a tremendous season, 69 receptions, 937 yards, and 13 touchdowns, culminating in the amazing national championship win. So shout out to Indiana. He also had one of the best catches I've ever seen in my life. I would bet on Indiana, so I lost the bet, but I was watching them play Penn State, and they came back against Penn State at the end of the game, and he had one of the best catches I have literally ever seen in my life. It was awesome, and I've seen a lot of him make a lot of other big catches. I think with that offense that Mendoza had, there are a lot of like checkdowns and RPOs and stuff along those lines. So clearly he does a good job of getting quickly upfield if he does catch the ball in the slot. So I like him if he's available. I think, and he is 22 years old, so on the younger side of things from some of these guys are just 24, 25. Next up on the list, we have another wide receiver, Casey Concepcion out of Texas A&M. He was 5'11", 196 pounds, and last season he had 61 receptions, 919 yards, and 9 touchdowns. He can contribute in the receiving game, running game, and also as a returner. Very speedy and quickly, and he's the smallest one on this list compared to Cooper and who I'm going to talk about next, being Denzel Boston, wide receiver out of Washington. What I really like about Washington on paper is his size at 6'4", 212. The Giants really haven't had too many large wide receivers the last few seasons, so it would be great to be able to get someone to be able to play that role. And last season for the Washington Huskies, he had 62 receptions, 881 yards, 11 touchdowns for an average of over 14. So these are all guys that I would like to see, especially if the Giants go defense at the 5th overall pick, or if they go with Jeremiah Love. Who the hell knows what's going to happen? But getting a wide receiver in early round 2, I think, could be a huge benefit to this offense right now, specifically because Neighbors is coming back off the ACL surgery. Darnell Mooney, who knows how he's going to look. Calvin Austin, who knows how he's going to look. Slayton, we know, isn't going to look great. So there's got to be, if they do invest someone in that second round, they will have the opportunity to be immensely successful and to step up and be our next favorite Giants wide receiver while Neighbors is coming back. Anyway, If there's anyone I missed here and something you got someone else you want to see, maybe something like a D tackle, that's probably what I would have added here to help with the run game. But I think CJ Allen could help with the run game. And then in that perspective, Darius Alexander's still on this team, and I thought he only got better as last season went on. Is he great? No, but you don't need every single player to be great. You need them to be good and be able to actually fit into a scheme and play a certain role on a team. Maybe Darius Alexander could do that. So with that, that's all I have for the second round guys that I would like that would be good fits based on what I've seen so far. Let me know what you guys think and if there's anyone else that I missed or that you would want to see the Giants draft in the second round of this draft, because it's going to be a big one. Thank you guys for watching.